All right, back to 100 days of ML, and I'm here on day 64. So today I'm going to continue the ML pipeline project, prototyping. Specifically, I'm going to be trying to vectorize the data, create embeddings, and try to analyze the preprocessed data. So I'm going to go ahead and enter into my repository and open up the code. Oh, whoops. I loaded up the wrong. There we go. Alright, let's see. Last I left off, I think I've just finished filtering out the HTML tags. So what I'm going to do is continue on vectorization. So text vectorization and chars. And I also need to figure out if like how to do embeddings. So embeddings. Yeah, I think there's something for chars as well for embeddings. There's an embeddings layer. And let's see how useful this is. So in a sense, I could have both embeddings and text vectorization as a layer in my sequential model. So this is a preprocessing layer. Comes under, there's experimental preprocessing. What else is under preprocessing? Normalization, encoding. What's category encoding? Is it for string? I don't think so. Text vectorization is probably the best one. I don't know what string lookup is. Uses a vocabulary label. Lookup. Seems similar to the text vectorization. We can adapt from the data set. Text dataset batch 64. Next features, maximum vocab size. And dataset is from this. You can call adapt on text only. What does it mean to batch a data set? I mean, how do I do that on pandas? Using tf.data. I mean, let's just forget the batch and let's see if this works even on just like a regular pandas data frame. And we'll go from there. Alright, so next up would be text vectorization. So let's define the vectorizer. Let's define the constants first. I'm going to use 10,000 for vocab size. Max length sequence length to pad inputs to. I think I'll just keep it to 4. I'm not sure what that does. How do you load it? Keras, the layers of pre-processing. Experimental. There we go. It returns back a TensorFlow object, which basically is going to be, we're going to be able to call it and pass in data. Like over here, we call it using the adapt method, pass it in some data set, and what it's going to do is perform, it's going to adapt to the data set, make the vocabulary more tuned towards the data set that's provided with it. Then what we can do is add it as a layer. Oh, not here. This is an input layer. So yeah, model.add vectorize layer. So the first layer in our model is a vectorization layer. After this, we have a tensor of shape, batch, and max length. So we adapted the, okay, so yeah, we never pass in the training data set or something. We just adapted it to, well, that's a good question too. Do we adapt it to the entire data set or just the training data set? I think first what I gotta do is do the train test split and then adapt it to only the train. Otherwise, I'm gonna have a problem where the algorithm is gonna learn to predict the test data. It's called a data leakage. Right, that's what it was. Okay, so here I'm gonna add and let's see. How am I gonna do this? Train test split carrots. Scikit-learn has a train test split. How do I do it for a data frame? Oh, it works for pandas data frames. Where is the pandas? So I can just pass in a pandas data frame, I believe, into the parameter, and it should work. So let's see how it's train test split. Where is it used? Over here. X and Y are numpy arrays. So okay. So what would be my X? My X would be like something like reviews. Y would be sentiment. List Y. 0, 1, 2. Oh, he just condensed it into a 1D array here. X is a 2D array. Okay, let's try this. So first gotta import okay, now I have to do I wonder if this works on string inputs. We'll see. The first in, I'm going to pass in the data frame review column, and then followed by the sentiment. Test size, we'll keep it to, why is it 0.33? It's doing a 70-30 split. That's fine with me. Okay, let's check out extract. Data type. What data type is it? It's been converted to, I think it's still a data frame. Yeah, I think so too. So let's print. How do you print data type in Python? I think it's type. Series. It's still a pandas data frame. I think it's just a column. Let's try head. See if that works. It is a data frame. Alright, cool. So all of these just became data frames. Now what I can do is probably pass it into the Keras layer and try to see if it adapts based on the training set. So I do vectorize to adapt, and I'll pass in next string. So it does not take pandas. I'll need to convert it to an array or a data set. Okay. Okay, now I just have to figure out how to go from pandas to I guess numpy. We can do numpy. But the question is, how do I keep the string? String or numpy data type optional. Data type passes to as array. data frame to numpy. Converts data frame to numpy array. The data type returned array will be the common numpy data type. Okay, sure. Alright, how do I use it? To numpy. Oh, there we go. Alright, so what we can do is next up convert to numpy. So I need to convert each one of these to numpy arrays. Xtrain dot data frame. Not data frame. To numpy. See if that worked first. Yo, it's lit. It did work. Awesome. Oh, what the heck? It's not filtered properly. There's still like black backslashes in front of the what is it? Freaking apostrophes. I gotta figure out how to filter that. Okay, in the HTML, I did not filter it correctly. Oh, shoot. Backslash apostrophe in Python. Yeah, I could just freaking remove every single backslash. I mean, well, what can backslash even be used for in the English vocabulary? I don't know anything that's useful for it, like any use case. Just straight up just replace all the values. So where is this? Here. Let me try doing that. I'll just replace everything. Let me try to check if there's first regex version. Why do these always look so freaking complicated? I don't understand. Okay, so here is the backslash and the apostrophe here. This is exactly what I need. Double quotes for the entire pattern. Okay, he's trying to remove the apostrophe, not really the backslash. What I could do is modify this such that I could add, yeah, I could probably add it. Okay, let's do this, F is equal to, oh, that's not how it works. Mm. Didn't solve. Did I run the method? Still here. I should remove literally all of the apostrophes. I think it worked. I don't see them anymore. You can double check by looking at apostrophes right here. Oh, there's one right here. Yo, what's going on? Compile. And then I do sub filter HTML right here. Why ain't it working? Okay, fine. Let's just use replace and see if that works. Still here. It's not really getting picked up by the regex. There we go. Now it's gone. So replace it using this. Let's do some of this again. Okay, that doesn't work. So I'm just gonna replace it with nothing. Okay, that's fine. Doesn't really matter. Okay. Let's see. Let's cut this right here. Alright, I have to create numpy array. Oh yeah, that's done for only X train, so I have to do it for everything else. X test. Alright. And now I can pass in n and see how that. Oh, yes, sir. Oh, yeah. Let's freaking go, dude. Okay. Now we can just create a simple model and then add it in and pass in some input data as like test and then run it. So let's do model is equal to, oh, I have to import. No, I don't have to import because I'm doing from TensorFlow. How do I add multiple layers at once? Here we go, that's fine. Without the square brackets. Alright, now I should be able to. Wait, what's the difference between this one? There's a vocabulary. I didn't set that vocabulary. Vectorize layer, get vocabulary. Okay, so if we haven't passed vocabulary directly, we don't need to add it to the layer. Adapt the layer. Oh, vocabulary reset. Okay. That's another way to do it. Let's just do this first and see where it takes us. Let's go, dude. It gives us numbers. I have no idea what the numbers mean, but it gives us numbers. Okay, next, I'm going to finish the stream here. Next step of what I'm going to do is display some statistics from the data and take a look at how the statistics hold up. So, the next one will be, what do I call it? Data preprocessing and then data analysis. All right, so that's gonna be pretty much it for today's stream. I'm running out of time here. So let's go ahead, update the README. It's 3, day 65. Project part 19. Type page 3. I haven't created embeddings either. Oh man, I have to figure out how to create embeddings. I'll probably analyze preprocessed data first and then see how I have to create embeddings. Because I have to figure out how to create embeddings, not just create them. And what step it comes. Like, I already vectorized it. Does embeddings come after the vectorization? Those are, you know, questions I gotta figure out the answers to. So what is this? Day 64. Almost forgot my password there. New tab. I wish I could just instantly just copy paste these values. I don't know why I have to go through this process. Alright, that's it for today's stream. I'll be back